Hi friends, so today I wanted to look at John 4 verses 7 through 42, and that's when Jesus meets the Samaritan woman, and she's an outcast, and she was she was getting some water by the water well, and Jesus came up to her and said, hey, can I have some water? And she said, why do you expect me to give you water? I'm a Samaritan, you're a Jew. Why do you expect me to help you out? And he said, if you knew who I am, you would give me water. And I can give you, the water that I will give you will never make you thirsty. This well will make you thirsty. And she's like, she didn't believe who he was. And then she started walking away. And then he said, why don't you go and go get your husband? And she was like, I don't have a husband. And he said, yeah, you're right, because you had 5. And so he knows her background. And she's like, what? And then he started listing the husband's name. You had the first husband, you were good to him, you were pure, but then he wasn't a good husband, so it made you turn away from marriage. The second husband was a good, godly man, but then you didn't feel like you were good enough for him. And then he kept naming all the husbands. He's trying to show her background and who he is. And then when she realized, oh my God, it is Jesus, he knows me, she ran off, and his disciples came back. They were away to get some meat. So I just think it's so amazing. Like, we shouldn't have to wait to see who someone else is to treat them right. We should be able to treat them right no matter who they are. Just being respectful, right? You shouldn't have to wait and see, okay, is this Jesus? Okay, now I'm gonna act right. No, you should be like that consistently, whether you're there or whether the person's there or not there. You should treat them regardless. What's the saying? You treat someone in housekeeping the same treatment as a CEO. It doesn't matter. People are people. You're supposed to be respectful, right? And it's also for yourself too, just being more Christ-like and living the life that you want to live. So I thought it was so amazing how I had something close to that one time. I was interviewing for a hospital years ago, and the person I met in the elevator was really nice. I'm friendly with everyone, so I was having a conversation with her. Later on, she ended up being one of the managers that was interviewing me. Can you imagine if I was rude to her and I went back to that interview? That would have been so embarrassing and awkward, right? So my whole point of this story is you shouldn't have to know who the person is in order to treat them right. You should treat them right from the beginning, because that's who you are. That's who your character is. Especially as we're growing to be more Christ-like. So I thought that was a good story to tell. So when she realized he was Jesus, and she was like, oh my goodness, and she started telling everyone, I'm going to tell everyone, I met this Messiah, which means the Son of God. And she ran off. She told the disciples. I mean, the disciples already knew, obviously, but she just thought they were regular people crossing by. So, but yeah, that's the story for today. All right, bye guys.